What's up, everybody? It's your boy Paper Chase back live at Diamond Owl Studios, and as always, I'm with this guy,
the one and only Diamond Don Wannabe, and we are back with another reaction. Yes. What do you know about Electric Light Orchestra?
Never heard of them at all.
ELO?
Never heard. Oh, so wait. Oh, that's so Electric Light Orchestra stands for ELO?
ELO.
Hello.
Hello, governor. Exactly. They actually are British, I do believe. So, yeah, you have to know like Evil Woman. Evil Woman.
Maybe you're just terrible at the
singing?
melody, but I don't. It doesn't.
It's not ringing a bell.
No.
Okay, well, great. This is going to be an introduction to ELO. This song is Tightrope. I don't believe that we have a video for it. I think it's just the audio version. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I've actually heard this song. So this may be a first-time reaction for me. It may be. I don't know.
Let's get into it.
It's not ringing a bell. So let me just bring this up. I guess it's just, a song, so it's not that exciting. But
no, it is exciting. Music is always exciting.
To bring up the video.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Not the song is not exciting. Anyways, enough
with the blabbering.
The yapping. Let's get to the reaction.
Let's get into ELO Tightrope.
This is giving me like movie vibes, like a soundtrack.
1,000%. It went from really ominous at the beginning to now it's like heroic, adventurous. Like we're going on a quest to slay a dragon or to have our way with the sweet maiden.
Have our
Rescue
way?
Sweet maiden. That did not come out right.
Have our way? Excuse me, sir? In 2025?
I don't know why
you come out with having our way with a fair maiden?
I don't know why it came out that way.
Have a mutually agreed upon, wonderful evening.
To rescue a fair maiden and to...
Bro, you're still... Should I just hand you a shovel? Because why they got to be rescued? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
Why can't it be an independent princess that... You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh. You're... right when the camera comes out, you're Mr. PC principal. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I was trying to decide if it's like an epic quest with dragons and princesses or if it's like, a space journey flying across the galaxy.
It definitely sounds like a medieval type quest, going into the dungeons.
Okay.
Seeing some maidens.
Having our way with maidens. Okay. And you definitely can see where they get the name orchestra from.
Yeah, this is 100% an orchestra. This is very epic. I really enjoy it.
This is some days you're gonna win. This is some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No. If you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get off your tightrope, up there, come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. When I looked around, I was heading down.
Yeah, it went from like an epic soundtrack, a score to a movie into just like a feel good driving down the road on a sunny day song. Those lyrics just bring you back to a certain sound. I mean,
I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Because he said
some days you have good days, some days you have bad days.
I thought he was talking about you and your gambling addiction because he was talking about, you're going to lose.
Well, yeah, some days you're going to lose, some days you're going to win. You're walking a tightrope. You never know how things are going to go.
That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? You got your ups and downs.
When did this song come out?
I have no clue. And I have not heard the song. I've actually heard, quite a few ELO songs, but I have not heard this one. It's not ringing a bell. So this is
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out the age of this song at the end of this.
70s, I think, is when they were like really popular.
Okay, so you probably listened to this in your teens.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Or it takes me back to my high school days. I was born in 79. Just so you know.
Why do you gotta dox yourself like that on here?
This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. If that's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see. The city streets are full of people going nowhere, making time. The change from night to day is really only out to just along the line. Can't you see the sign? When I looked around, I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. I wanna look you straight in the eye. I wanna tell you how I really feel. Yeah, I can feel the wheels are turning around. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. The city streets are full of people going nowhere, making time.
This song has so many elements to it, just like the violins. At the beginning when it first came in, it had those kind of like shrill. It was reminding me almost of like a horror movie.
Ominous.
Like like Psycho. And then it has the violins come in that are just like so epic. The other thing that's interesting about this band, and somebody who knows more about this, you can chime in the comments, but you got to think about this era of music. There's like elements of kind of like psychedelic rock in there a little bit, right? Because it's coming off the 60s and that whole wave. And even just like the way he was like panning his voice. I don't know if you caught that. Like with the vocals were like panning in and out, like kind of going through a filter. So this is like the early stages of like bringing in like electronic elements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was noticing that because this song sounds, if it was really from the 70s, it sounds like this is pretty far beyond its years when they're just the way they're mixing genres into all these components. And
yeah, and the other thing is like this around the same time, I think this is when they started, what like Moog is, or like the Korg, like the keyboards.
Oh yeah.
So those are like when the old school synthesizers, I think, first started really becoming prevalent. It was around this era. Again, fill me in if I'm making a mistake here. So it's kind of cool just to like listen to this and like recognize that like a lot of the genres now that are so heavily, like electronic music, for instance, like this is kind of like the very start of it because they're starting to incorporate like, synthesizers and things of that nature. And then also doing like the, panning with the vocals and just, different things that just weren't like technologically available. And like they seem to be like at the forefront of that. On top of that, like how many bands in the current era have orchestration to this level? It's like, seems like it's honestly going downhill. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. Especially because
like in some regards, like, you know what I mean? Just the level of musicianship. It's like
music's easier to make now than ever before.
Yeah.
And back then it's like you really had to hone in and practice on your skill and your talent. And nowadays it's kind of like, I mean, you can just plug instruments in with the click of a button. You don't really have to be a musician in order to
you can just
music.
grab like, violin samples and there's like chords, like websites like Splice, and it's got a loop, and it's like, oh, I'm just going to patch that in. There's
well,
my,
and I know a lot of really successful artists play by ear. They're not really into music theory as much. But, nowadays, like, there's people who can't even pick up an instrument and have no idea about music theory, and they're able to just use plugins and random whatever to create these songs. Producers, massive producers who have admitted, like, I don't play any instruments and I don't even know music theory. But they're successful just because they've mastered how the technology behind the new wave of making music. So when you hear people like this, and like, I can't even imagine how incredible they are live. That'd be incredible to see them. But yeah, let's get back into this.
The change from night to day is really only ours. It's just along the line. Can't you see the sign? When I close my eyes, I was so surprised. Somebody had coming down the line. Stop me drowning. Somebody had thrown me down the line. Somebody.
I don't know why, for some reason that reminds me of like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, absolutely.
For some reason, I don't know why it's bringing up
any of those movies with the epic scenes, and just it brings you back to like the nostalgic movies. Like for me, it could be anything from Pirates of the Caribbean to freaking Bug's Life. I don't know, just like any of those epic old movies where there's just like an epic scene of something happening. Like it could be used for it. Well, that was excellent. I loved that. Checking what date they came out.
Yeah, I was just curious, like, because their music is just so, epic. I'm just like, it has to have been sampled, in other artists. So I was just looking at, okay, it says, yes, Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, has been sampled in other songs. One notable example is Cher's Believe, which uses a sample from ELO's Prologue. Additionally, Kanye West, Freestyle 4, samples the bridge from ELO's Evil Woman. Dude, Evil Woman, you have to recognize that. Like, you'll hear it. Like, we got to react to that because I love that song.
Okay, we'll react to it.
Let me see what else here. Daft Punk's Face to Face. Yeah, I was just curious because when I was listening to that, I was like, man, like there's so many just like epic moments. Like I can't imagine that they haven't been sampled before, in other musicians.
Yeah, that was absolutely epic. That was an incredible band. I've had no idea what to expect going into this song. I'm thoroughly
and I had never heard that before. So that was cool to like hear something that, I feel like I've listened to him a lot of music and it's like hard to surprise me, but hey, there you go.
That's the thing about that is there's millions and millions and millions of songs out there. So no matter how much you do know, there's more out there that you don't know, no matter what it be. And that's what this channel is for, everybody. So comment down below what we should check out next. Comment down your favorite band, your favorite artist, something from forever ago, something brand new, whatever it might be. We will check it out, react to it. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel to join us on our journey. And comment down below what else we should know about Electric Light Orchestra, because I clearly don't know anything. And you didn't even answer when they came out.
Oh, my bad.
Let's look right here. Let's see. Just scroll right there in the info. I bet it'll tell us.
I got distracted, dude. Got distracted, bro. 1976, Epic Records.
Okay, 1976.
See what I tell you, 70s.
Gotcha.
3 years before I was born.
Okay, bye.
I wasn't even a twinkle in my father's eye yet. All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Tapping in. Peace.